Sounds very official. So thank you everybody for joining in Tuesday training. I am Peg Wilson. We have, you know what, I'll just do a quick round, introduce everybody. Sarah Thomas, Patty Crane, we have Ruth on here, we have Becca, we have Carissa, Shannon, Barbie, and Nancy, who are all new, right? Think you guys are all fairly new? So welcome
Yes.
to Tuesday training. Okay, so we do this training every Tuesday and we have different topics. Today's topic is going to be LTOs. So for those who don't know what LTOs are, they are limited time offers. So Scentsy provides us with these limited time offer items. You have your regular catalog. For those who are new, you may not know this, but we have our regular catalogs which come out in the fall and winter, and our spring summer catalog. So you really only get 2 catalogs a year for you to sell to your customers. So, you know, I mean, once they've bought from those catalogs, they might get a little bored. If it's the same customers over and over, your job is to find new customers to show those new catalogs to. But in between time, Scentsy offers us a couple of different things. So every month they give us the scent of the month and the warmer of the month, which gives you another opportunity to reach out to your customers and give them something else to look at. They also give us LTOs. So depending upon the month, some months there are more LTOs than there are others. But LTOs are supposed to be something that is to enhance your business. So the basic parts of our business are doing parties, doing home parties, doing online parties. The parties are really supposed to be the meat and potatoes of your business, and the LTOs are something that enhances it. So we try and tell people, don't rely on those to like make or break your month. Make sure that you are doing your regular parties, you're doing your regular sales, and reaching out to your customers individually, doing your customer follow-ups. That's the meat and potatoes of your business. The LTOs are just a bonus. Okay. How long have you newbies been in? Shannon, Nancy, how long have you guys been in?
I've been
I
about
joined May 16th.
May 16th. Okay. How about you, Shannon?
first maybe about the first week of May.
Okay. So you're both in May. Barbie, I know you're in May, and Anne-Marie is, Anne-Marie, what are you, about 6 months now?
No, I started the end of February.
Feels like you've been here forever already.
I know.
You're already a rock star. Woo woo. Okay, so the
you.
rest of us that have been around for a little while, we've seen some of the LTOs. So you guys are just getting your feet wet and seeing some of this stuff. And did you all see the big announcement of like our latest partnership?
Yeah,
So
Amazing.
Warner Brothers, so Warner Brothers opens us up to a whole new selection of material for us to offer to our customers. We're still going to be doing things. We still have the licensing agreement with Disney, which is still going to be huge. We have the NHL, the NFL, we had some of the college stuff. They come out with different LTOs that have nothing to do with our licensing agreements, like the Mother's Day collection, the Father's Day collection. You'll see all of those things come out. And on the slower months, like some of the summer months tend to be a little bit slower. And I don't want to say that because I don't want you all to be jinxed that you think that these next couple months are going to be slow, because they don't have to be. But generally, Scentsy will offer us some of these LTOs more often during these summer months when people are busy doing vacations and graduations and things like that. And you may not have your regular customers buying from you all the time. And then come the fall winter, we have the harvest collection that's coming, and we have the Christmas collection that's coming. And, Barbie Sue's going, woo, woo, harvest. So all you people who love your pumpkins and your spices, that comes with the harvest collection, so they're really nice enhancements to your business. But you also have, around the same time, you have that fall winter catalog coming. So the fall winter catalog is going to carry you all the way through till the spring catalog comes out in February, right, Sarah? Is that when they changed it? Is it February, the spring catalog, or is it March 1st?
February-ish, yes.
February, yeah, I think it's February. Didn't they change it to February 1st?
Yes.
It's August and February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be later, and then they switched it up for us so that we actually get the spring catalog a little bit earlier, and we get the Christmas catalog or the fall catalog a little earlier, because people have started doing their Christmas shopping. I know it's crazy, but people started doing their Christmas shopping in August. A little bit crazy.
I started today.
Yeah. Well, I told everybody those football warmers, start that Christmas shopping now,
That's
before
right.
they're gone, So you will see, I want you to get in the habit of checking your workstation every day. I don't care if you check it in the morning, you check it in the afternoon, but usually our announcements come out. They are pretty specific about when the announcements come out. It's usually sometime around, well, in Eastern Standard Time. It's usually 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you people in the Central, it's like 9 a.m. your time, and then like it'll be 1 p.m. or for us it's 2 p.m. So they're generally the times that Scentsy releases news articles and tells us different things that are coming. But if you get yourself into the habit of checking that workstation every single day, you won't miss things that are coming out, and then you see somebody else has posted it, so then, Sarah, are you saying something? You're on mute. Okay. I didn't know if you were talking to us. So, so you will see the news articles of the different things that are coming out. Don't be afraid to use your team pages. Use your team pages for questions. That's what your sponsors for, and that's what your team pages are for, is to ask different questions that you might have. Different people see different things that are out on, there's a bunch of different flyer groups and stuff like that. You'll see flyers posted. One thing I would like to caution you about, always fact check before you release a flyer or you post it out for your for your customers to see, or on your team page, your private group page. Always fact check it with your workstation or with your website. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people post things that are, it's a really cute flyer, but it's an LTO that is no longer available, or it's Canadian pricing. Check your pricing on things, make sure that you're not releasing something with the pricing from another region. So know that your region, we are region 1. So know that you are region 1, and when you see things that are released on your workstation, it will tell you the different regions that are released on there. So anybody have any questions so far? No questions about LTOs? Okay. So everybody get the gist of what the LTOs are. So they're just a special offering that Scentsy gives us, at times that they think we need a little punch, or when there's a holiday coming up, or, there's something special for them to offer. And it does go along with our licensing agreement. I also would like to make sure that you are all reading the agreements. Make sure that you go and you read the Scentsy standards, because we have specific rules about when we are allowed to, or how we are allowed to present things that are LTOs, that are licensed items. So like, for example, the Disney items, the flyer that they send you, that is posted in the marketing tab of your workstation, that's the only way that you are allowed to post those items. So if you have a personal picture of it, you want to post a personal picture of it, that's fine. But you have to be very careful about, going out on flyer groups or pulling things up and changing the way that you're presenting those things, because it is licensed. They have, we have to adhere with certain standards. It could damage our licensing agreement. So you certainly don't want to do that. So make sure that you're always doing that. You're fact checking and making sure, like, you'll see the same pictures go out of those NFL warmers that are only available through the end of the week. It's those same pictures that they're all posting. So you also have to be mindful of that too when you're posting those things on social media. If you're putting them on Facebook, Facebook recognizes the same post that's being posted over and over and over again. So be mindful of that too. That's something you might want to contact your customers individually. Reach out to your customers individually, send those things through Messenger or through text. And, that's really going to help your business anyway, is doing those personal contacts. The blanket posts on Facebook don't really work anymore. Facebook does a lot with their algorithms, and they flag things. So, because we're limited to those same pictures over and over, when they see, there's a lot of us now. So when they see 200,000 people all posting exactly the same picture, they go, whoa, spam, and nobody gets to see it. So use those sparingly, and use them more in direct messages with your customers. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, so I want to share, I'm going to do a screen share, because I want to share a little tool that is in your workstation. Hold on, let me get to it in my workstation before I share the screen. There is a tool in your workstation where you can pull up reports. I'm going to take you through. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do a screen share. Okay. So can everybody see this okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to open this up a little bit. Okay. So if you go to reporting and you go down here and you do view sales reports. it takes a few minutes for this to load, so don't think that there's something wrong with your computer or it's not loading or hit the, the refresh. Just give it a few minutes to load. These are really valuable tools that you have in your workstation at your hands that can help you when it comes to LTOs. Now, the people who are newer, this is not going to benefit you right away, but eventually this will. So we have a Star Wars collection that is released. So we've had Darth Vader in the past, we had Chewbacca, and we had C3PO, buddies that were released. So if now that they came out with the Mandalorian stuff, I'm able to go in here and I'm going to able to look at product history, customer history, and I'm able to pull up who of my customers have ordered the Darth Vader warmer. And I can then specifically target those people when it comes time for us releasing like Mandalorian or The Child. I can specifically target those people. So this is the way that I would do it. I would hit product history. You filter here by product. So if I just type in Star Wars, give it a minute to load. Okay. I think I have to put a space in there. Didn't like that. Okay, so Star Wars. So here's everybody who ordered Chewbacca. I can click all of these items. So if I click all of those items and I could just leave the dates the way they are. This is like the dates from the beginning of time. And there we go. And let this baby run. Come on. I can't see it because you guys are in the way. So I'm just hitting search. Okay, so it takes a few minutes for this to populate, but what it will do is it's going to pull up all of those customers who have ordered those items. Then I have a specific list that I can target those customers. So even if we have a new buddy that's coming out, you could pull up all the people who have ordered. You could simply type in buddy. This is taking a really long time because I have a really big list. It's taking a really long time. Okay, so, so you get the gist of this. Here we go. So now this is pulling me up my list and it's going to tell me this person ordered, as it goes away, this person ordered, here it goes. This person ordered Dark Side of the Force, and this person really loves Star Wars. So I'm definitely going to reach out to them. Oh, that's me. Huh. I really love Star Wars. So they're the ones that I look at this. It's funny. There's a whole bunch of them are me. They're the orders that I placed for other people, but you get the idea. So, I mean, the whole idea of that is that you can use these lists to then target your customers and specifically look for the ones. You have a new buddy that's coming out, you could simply go in here and you could filter if you're looking for a specific customer's information. So go back to reporting, go into sales. And the same thing, you could search by a specific customer. So customer purchase history, search by customer name. So here I throw my sister under the bus all the time. My sister orders from me all the time. And I don't care about her privacy, so I'll throw my sister under the bus. All right, again, she orders a whole bunch, so it takes a few minutes for this to search. Wait, is it searching her name or not? Sorry, system's a little slow. My internet sucks too, but everybody in my house is on the internet, so I try to get them to all log off on Tuesdays, but it doesn't really happen for me. All right, so it's taken a little while for that to pull, but you get the general idea of how easy it is to find that information. So don't be afraid to use that as a tool when you're trying to, target products that are coming out as an LTO. That's a nice way for you to pull up the information and know exactly who you're going to reach out to and who you're going to message. So like, I'm going to stop sharing here. So like Barbie Sue.
Yes.
Barbie, you've been a customer of mine for several years, and I know that she likes clove and cinnamon. So when we're doing the Bring Back My Bar, right now we have the Bring Back My Bar. So if I went out there and I searched some of those customers like white tea and cactus. I have one customer who absolutely loved everything white tea and cactus. White tea and cactus is one of the scents that just came back. So if I go out there and I search on white tea and cactus, I'm going to see all the customers who ordered that. And I can message those particular customers and say, guess what? White tea and cactus is back. It's a limited time offer. Not only is white tea and cactus back and you can get it this month, but if you love it that much, now's the time to join the club. So that's when you have your conversations with people about joining your Scentsy club. Once they put it in the club, they get it forever. So any of you new people that don't understand the Scentsy club, definitely talk to your sponsor, you know, or read up on some of the stuff with the Scentsy club and find out some more information about that. So this is a really good opportunity for you to have those conversations with people. Patty, you have anything to add? You're muted.
I think you got it all. The reports are very helpful. I just actually learned them myself, so
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, and
really great to.
And don't be afraid to dig around in your workstation.
Absolutely. I think I told all my team that before, like just play around and get familiar with it. You can't mess anything up. So
No.
just message me if you do. And say you said I couldn't do this. And then I'll message Peg and say, hey. No, I'm
And
kidding. You
consultant
can't.
support is there to help you too. So if you can't get hold of your sponsor or anybody on your team page, don't be afraid to reach out to consultant support and ask them your questions. You know, but that's really, I mean, that's really the kind of stuff that we wanted to cover tonight was really just about the LTOs and how you can use them to enhance your business. Jennifer, you chiming in?
Working, but he's over there being lazy because he's, you know, lazy.
Jennifer, are you chiming in or are you just unmuted by mistake?
Mess up Tristan's room. Get out for
No, she's unmuted.
You're hairy. You shed too much.
Does anybody else have anything they want to add? Hi, Anne Marie.
I'm sorry. I'm redoing my kitchen, so I'm hanging pictures.
Oh,
I'm listening, I'm listening.
Okay, Sarah, do you have anything to add? Because that's about really all I wanted to cover tonight.
So not really with the reports. Oh, here, let me show my face. So not really with reports, but I did want to make one note. I know that you had hit on making sure to fact check and to read the compliance things. The biggest thing is to be very, very careful when you are going into fan pages on social media. It is a great way to go in. Like for me, I know some of you are going to be like, what? Like I'm
just
a Harry Potter fan, not because I don't like Harry Potter. I just didn't ever get
into
into it.
Bring back my bar
And
start
then, like,
today, and I've got
he's not muted.
3 more spots left in my 10 bar special. And I want to
hold on. I got her.
Okay. And like Star Wars, that was another one. I just never got into it, but I did want to be able to relate to customers. I wanted to be able to understand it. And so I have gotten onto social media pages, fan groups, just to kind of get the gist of it without having to like go and watch all of the things. So if you're that person and you're like, man, really, I'm not into this. So I'm not into it, but I know that tons of people are, and I wanted to understand it. So I would go into those pages that you can do that, and you can connect with people there, but you cannot post things in there. Like, don't go in there spamming people trying to get them to buy Scentsy. If you create an authentic relationship with the person because you got in there, fine. But that's like the biggest thing, because what happens is that puts our licensing agreement with Scentsy, it puts the entire company in jeopardy. And so we don't want to do that. And sometimes people don't realize how harmful that can be, but it can completely ruin the relationship with that company and Scentsy. And so it's one of the things that I will tell you they will not play with. So just make sure that if you're in those groups, that you're in there for, you know, being for reasons of be authentic. Don't be in there because you're trying to get people to sell or get people to do the thing. You can go in those groups and learn about it. And yes, you can build relationships and connect with those people, but don't go in there trying to sell, because Scentsy will not play. And if you get caught, they will shut your agreement off. So that's really the only thing that I have to say on that.
Yeah, and
It's a
keep in
huge
mind
deal.
too, because we didn't mention it, licensed LTOs, you cannot use them for hostess credits. So make sure that you are aware of that. I know new coming in, I had no idea, and I had somebody wanted to order something that was a licensed item, and I was trying to put it in there as hostess credits, and no go. And then you kind of feel silly afterwards when you have to say, yeah, you can get anything, but not that. you know so it's easier if you know that up front, and you talk to your customers up front, your hostesses up front, and make sure that they realize that that's not anything that they can get as a half price item or use their hostess credits towards other licensed items or other LTOs you can. So like the Mother's Day collection, the Father's Day collection, you could, as long as it's not something that has a licensing agreement with it. So just be very cautious with the licensed items. And one thing else I would like to throw out there, there are some people, like, just because an LTO comes out, sometimes they are very specific. Sometimes we do some that are pre-orders. So let's talk about that briefly too. So when we release an LTO, they will let us know, a general time frame when it's being released. So if it is something that they're saying, okay, on Tuesday at 2:00, this LTO, and we're going to have queuing in the system. So let's talk about queuing in the system. What that really means is that you're going to log onto your website at that time. Your customers can log onto your website and to your workstation, and you will be put into a queue. So when it says that you're in the queue, resist refreshing, resist, going in and coming out. Just sit, be patient, and wait. And that's all you can tell your customers, is to sit, be patient, and wait. There are going to be times that you are not going to get what you want. They may sell out. If you set the expectations with your customers up front that these are limited time offerings and we have a limited supply. If it's something that's hugely popular and you take pre-orders, make sure that you let your customers know. There is a chance that you may not get that item. There is no such thing as a Scentsy emergency. Nobody is going to die if they do not get Mrs. Potts and Chip, although some of us feel like the blood would drain from our faces if we did not get that. I see lots of looks, but there's a possibility that that could happen. So prepare your customers in advance that it could sell out. Now, to give our company a huge pat on the back, what they have done during this pandemic is they have instated this pre-order after an item sells out. So they try to make things right and give everyone the opportunity. They just may not get it in June. They may not get it until October or November. But if you want Chip and Mrs. Potts bad enough, you have waited this long, and you may be willing to wait until October. So make sure that you're setting those expectations with your customers. Nothing drives me crazier than when people get on the team pages and they start bad mouthing and they start saying how angry they are. It's like, everybody just have a little sip of wine, breathe deep, and know that nobody is going to die without that Scentsy warmer or bar of wax.
Sometimes we're only human, and even the best lose it a little bit. I apologize. None of the new people saw that, so we don't even have to discuss it, okay? Now I just bitched a peg privately.
And it is safe to vent to your sponsor. It is safe to vent to your director. It is not safe to vent to your customers. To your customers, you are only going to hurt your business. If you go, I can't believe that they sold out of this. Oh my God, you can't do that. You say to your customers, I am so sorry. That's right. You keep it within the team, and this is where we can vent to one another, get your frustrations out, then you put your happy face on, breathe, and present it back to your customers, because Scentsy does their best to make it right. And the way that you have to think about these things is when they sell out, oh my God, everybody loves Scentsy. It sold out in 20 minutes. I didn't get one, but 250,000 people did. So think of it that way and try to present it that way. You know, there's only so many that are available, and it's really hard too. Especially with the pandemic, it is so hard for Scentsy to predict what items are going to sell out and what items aren't. You know, and I'll use one of my own examples. When I joined back in 2015, I joined in July. So in 2016 is when we started doing these warmers, which I call them kind of kitschy warmers. So we started doing these things like the retro truck and stuff like that. So they let us know on the first of the month before what the warmer of the month is going to be for the following month. So I was still fairly new, and they tell us on April 1st what the warmer is going to be for May. And it is the camper. So everybody has seen the camper. So the camper is it. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. And I thought, how funny is that? Scentsy got a sense of humor. This is hysterical. I can't believe that they're put this. Who wants a camper warmer? Okay, so egg on my face, swallow my tongue, because that was one of the biggest selling warmers we ever had. I personally sold 11 that month, and I didn't get it as my warmer of the month. I was like, I don't want this. Who's going to buy this? Are they really serious? I thought they were crazy. And not only did we sell that, but then we came out with the Christmas camper, and then they put in the regular catalog, and it sold like crazy. So don't judge. And it's hard for us to predict what are going to be the huge items. You know, there's other items like we had
Cow.
the
Cow.
cow. The
I was
cow.